Crianlarich. Your train will pause here at Crianlarich for a while as it divides into two, taking other passengers further north to Fort William. The small village, with its 200 inhabitants, is focused on this important junction. In the 1750s, this was the crossroads for two military roads. The train has just followed one of them. From the 1870s, two railway lines met here. Whether you travel by train or by road in this part of Scotland, you are likely to pass through Crianlarich. Scotland has broad swathes of forests and woodlands, which you'll pass through as you travel north today. Many of these woods are privately owned, while the rest form Scotland's National Forest Estate. Together, these woodlands cover 17% of the country. Amongst them are reminders of the original ancient forest of Scotland, like the Scots pine woodlands between Loch Lomond and Crianlarich. But much of the woodland you see today will be commercial forestry, which plays an important role in Scotland's economy. In the 1960s and 70s, the hillsides were ploughed and planted with conifers, trees which are reaching maturity today. The trees are felled, and the wood is transported to sawmills and pulp mills to produce timber for joinery or processed boards and paper. The forests around you and their associated processing industries provide valuable jobs in rural areas. The plantations mainly consist of tree varieties which were introduced to Scotland over a century ago. One of the most common is the Sitka spruce, a softwood which flourishes in this climate. It only takes 50 or 60 years to reach maximum timber potential. That's phenomenally quick in comparison with other trees, making it commercially very attractive. The Sitka spruce is tall and graceful, with a straight, conical trunk. It was brought to Britain in 1831 by the famous Scottish plant hunter David Douglas. He travelled to North America, working for the Royal Horticultural Society to seek out seeds of conifers, flowers and shrubs which could be grown in Britain. Douglas introduced many of the trees you can now see in the Scottish forests, including the lodgepole pine, the noble fir, and, of course, the Douglas fir, which bears his name. Commercial forests also bring many other benefits to the Scottish countryside. They play an important role in mitigating climate change, soaking up over 15% of Scotland's CO2 emissions each year. Forests are valuable habitats for wildlife and great places to enjoy the outdoors with miles and miles of tracks. Indeed, if you like a challenge, why not walk or cycle the West Highland Way which passes along this glen? The whole journey would take you along some of these forest paths, but you could just explore a shorter length. The trail stretches from the northern end of Glasgow up the non-railway side of Loch Lomond to Crianlarich and then on to Fort William.
Well, it was fun because we were cycling and there was loads of good scenery. So fun cycling along that route. It was just epic. Yeah, we've seen some hares and some deer, but there was really bad weather in some places. Like there was really big rain showers, and there was some steep hills that made you feel, oh, this is so hard.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
On hot days I found it quite interesting because I always looked under things that might have blizzards or slow worms or snakes under them, and if there was anything then I would probably take a photo of it and put it in my album.
Most people take 7 or 8 days to walk the distance, others cycle the route in 2 or 3 days. Thousands enjoy the experience, even if the midges are bad or the rain is pouring.